Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford ZDC, and today we're going to take a look at the Kershaw Launch-19. This, of course, is part of the Kershaw Launch series, hence the name, and this is the 19th one of these they've done, which is absolutely crazy that there are so many of these automatics out there. But it's cool to see such a wide variety of different automatics coming out of Kershaw's United States factory. You can see the US flag there on the handle, indicating that this is a USA-made Kershaw. This one is sporting CPM 154. You can also see the USA next to the Kai logo there. That is how you know this is a US-made Kershaw. You have a reversible pocket clip, G10 and aluminum. This is the same handle and overall style as the Launch-14, which has more of a sheep's foot cleaver type blade. I didn't know that until I was looking at the listing of this on Blade HQ. I despise the look of the 14, so this is much nicer. You can see how this fits my hand here, choked down here. There's just enough room for all four fingers. You can even choke up and really get a full grip with plenty of extra space. Feels really great in hand. I wear a large size glove and it's comfortable in all sorts of different grips. Absolutely no problem anywhere. You have this two-tone blade, the black flats plus the belt satin on your bevels here, on your swedge and bevel, I should say. You have a nice grind on here that gets pretty thin. It is a flat grind, and the overall performance of this knife is really nice. As I said, it's comfortable in hand. It cuts really well. You have pretty thin blade stock. Let me get you an exact number on that. According to Blade HQ, anyway, it's 0.12 inches at its thickest point. Which I almost don't believe, and I don't know where my calibers are off the top of my head, so I'm not going to measure it, but it looks quite thin. I don't have anything to compare it to, just sitting here. However, it does look thinner than that, and the grind does get nice and thin, so it cuts really nicely. This only weighs 3 ounces, 3.06 to be exact. This has a very strong spring, which I don't know if I've mentioned yet. You can see just how much that wants to fly open, even without being fully compressed. The first time I opened this knife, I grabbed it out of the package, I pinched it with these fingers, I pressed the button, and it flew out of my hand. You really need to have a grip on this guy to prevent it from going anywhere. Even though it is so strong, still close it one-handed with pretty much no problem. It's a little bit awkward fighting that spring pressure after using a button lock. But nevertheless, it is just the way that the locking mechanism works, and you kind of learn to live with it. You use this left-handed as well. I really don't think you're in any danger of disengaging this lock left-handed either. It's pretty much out of the way of your hand, and again, if you need to close it one-handed, you can do that even left-handed. So that is something that is nice, and as I said already, the pocket clip is reversible, so if you are left-handed, you're not totally out of the count on this guy. Again, these are USA made. The price on this on Blade HQ's website anyway is $170, so that is not too bad for a USA made automatic. Hogue is making automatics and ProTech in a very similar price range. I think Hogue's actually might be more expensive. But other than that, you're looking at far more expensive like Microtech or Heretic, other companies like that are doing out the fronts and whatnot. Definitely more expensive than Kershaw. And for the size of the knife you're getting here, which I guess let me give you those specs, I have a 7 3/4 inch overall length with a 3.375 inch blade length. So nice amount of blade there. The cutting edge is a little bit shorter at 2.875 because you have this choil here, but I still find that seems to be plenty of cutting edge for me anyway. This blade overall really reminds me of the TRM Neutron, which I have a bunch of shit in the way, but I can grab my Neutron. Go. You can kind of see the similarities here Just a little more cutting edge out of the Neutron, if it's not exact actually. But a similar blade shape if this were more rounded, which I think you can definitely see there. Just wanted to make that comparison there for you. But yeah, overall nice and comfortable. Pretty much a squared off handle, except there is no real hot spotting. You know, nice chamfering on all these edges. No contouring or anything, but those chamfers make it nice and good in hand. Pocket clip is unobtrusive. No real issues using it. I broke down quite a bit of cardboard with this and never had any problems. I don't have a whole lot else to say about this besides that I've handled one or two other knives, the Kershaw Launch series, and they're all really well done. This though is super nice, really great spring on this, and I think overall as a knife is just a great piece. I personally don't love out the side automatics or OTFs for that matter, just not really my style of knife. However, these are definitely good, and if you see one at a good price, which not saying the retail price isn't good, but if you see one cheaper, it certainly might be worth picking up. Let me know what you think about the Launch series and the Launch-19 specifically down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.